So first of all, percentage I've already mentioned in the previous class. Percentage is basics of profit loss. Percentage is asked value divided by comparison value into 100. What is asked value? Asked value is the value that is asked in the question. Comparison value is the past value. It is always the initial value in the process. That is called as past value. So whatever is the initial value in the process is past value. Now, cost price is the actual investment that a businessman does, the actual amount of money that a businessman spends out of his pocket. Marked price is the price marked on the article. Selling price is the price at which finally the product is sold to the customer. Now, the whole profit loss is just condensed into this portion. So, CP, then MP, and then selling price. So, in any business transaction, what happens foremost is cost price. Firstly, a businessman invests the money. Then he tags the value on it. He tags the value, he tags the price on the product. And finally, he sells the product. So, in any business transaction, the very first thing is the money is invested into a product, the product is marked, some price is marked on the product, finally, the product is sold. Right? So, these three are the steps, and these three are the sequential steps in any business transaction. Now, what happens is we have two domains. One domain is of cost price, selling price, and one domain is of marked price, selling price. So, what happens is between cost price and selling price, there is a relation of profit or loss. If selling price is more than the cost price, then profit has occurred. If selling price is lesser and the product was bought at the higher price, then loss occurs. So you can say these dots means dots represent the past value. So you have to go from past to future. So the formula is cost price plus profit equal to selling price, or you can say cost price minus loss equal to selling price. If you want to go reverse, then selling price minus profit is cost price, selling price plus loss is cost price. We always move from past to future, so we'll go this way. Cost price plus profit is selling price, cost price minus loss is selling price. MRP and discount. This is known to everybody that discount is always given on the marked price. So marked price minus discount is selling price. In this case, in this domain, marked price is past, selling price is the result, which means future. In this domain, cost price is the past, selling price is the result, which means future. So now profit percent. As I mentioned, percentage is asked value. What is asked? Profit. So profit percent, profit is asked value divided by cost price. This is profit, past value is CP, future value is SP. So profit, in case of profit, the past value is cost price, profit upon CP into 100 is profit percent. Loss percent will be loss. Again, we are starting from cost price because cost price, between cost price and selling price, what happens first is cost price. So cost price is the past value in this domain, marked price is the past value in this domain, selling price is the future value in both the domains. So loss will be loss divided by CP into 100 is loss percent. Discount percent will be, what is asked? Discount. Discount always happens on marked price into 100. So profit loss is done. Now some points to remember. When no discount is given, suppose you happen to buy a jacket worth rupees 6,000, 6,000 is marked, 6,000 rupees is marked on the jacket and no discount is available. Then marked price will be 6,000 and selling price also will be 6,000 because there is no discount. When all of the stock, the total stock bought by you, when all of stock is fine, then cost price of only sold stock is considered. Example, okay. Example is this case. The first case, cost price per pen is rupees 10, SP per pen is rupees 12. So if you bought 5 pens, rupees 10, rupees 10, rupees 10, rupees 10, rupees 10, and you sell 3 pens at rupees 12, 12 and 12, then cost price of 3 pens. Why 3? Because only 3 pens are put into transaction. The rest 2 pens are still there in the store. They are not put in the transaction. That is why quantity here will be taken as 3. CP of 3 is 30. SP of 3 is 36. Now CP of 3. Why not CP of 5? Because only that much quantity is considered which is put in the transaction. So CP of 3 and 30 is CP of 3, SP of 3 is 36. Profit on 3, you bought the 3 pens at 30, sold out at 36, so profit clearly is 6. Profit percent is 6 rupees. 6 rupees on the investment of past value 30 into 100, 20%. So when all of stock is fine, in this case the total stock was fine, 3 pens were sold at 12 and 2 pens were fine but not sold. So when all of stock is fine, then CP of only sold stock is considered. Only sold stock. So this stock was sold, CP of only 3 pens was considered. Next point, when part of stock is spoilt, for example this case, in this case we again bought 5 pens at rupees 10 each and sold 3 pens at rupees 12 each. But in this case, unlike this case, 2 pens were spoilt. They were of rotten quality. They were damaged, you can say. In this case, when the total stock was not fine, in this case total stock was fine. 2 were not sold but they were fine. In this case, when total stock was not fine, in this case, when part of stock is spoiled, then CP of sold as well as unsold, which means total stock, is considered. Then CP of total stock, we will write CP of 3 only. Quantity will be taken as 3. Why? Because only 3 pens are put into transaction, into business transaction. So quantity, just like the previous case, will be 3 only, but this time instead of 30, the cost price will be 20. Why? Because these 2 pens are spoiled. They are spoiled. They will never ever be put into business. So their cost price will also add to the cost price of 3. So in this case, cost price of 3 becomes 30 plus 20. SP of 3 is 36. Loss of 3 will be bought at 50, sold at 36. Loss of 3 will be 14. Loss percent is 14 divided by 15 to 100, which is 28%. Okay. Okay. Now one last question and then this topic's basic is completely over. Okay. Last question. CP of a jacket is 6,000. MP is 10,000. Selling price. Okay. This we have to find out. This we have to find out. This was not given. But what was given is discount 10%. So you know 10%. 10% of 10,000. Percentage always depends on the past value. P for percentage, P for past value. So percentage always depends on past value. 10% of future value? No. 10% of past value. This is not given. This is not given to you. So 10% of past value, 10,000 will be 1,000. 10,000 minus 1,000 will be 9,000. Now, product sold at 9,000, bought at 6,000. Clearly selling price is more, which means profit is 9,000 minus 6,000, which is 3,000. Profit percent. Okay, profit is 3,000. 3,000 is the profit. Numerically, profit is 3,000. Percentage wise, profit percent. Again, what is asked is profit. So profit divided by CP. Why? Because always in case of profit, past value is CP. In case of discount, past value is MP. So profit upon past value CP into 100 is 3,000 upon 6,000 into 100 is 50%. In this question, last question, question number 2, cost price is not given to us. Just like in this case, selling price was not given to us. I just like that wrote 9,000. But initially, this 9,000 was not given to us. We found the 9,000 after subtracting 10% of 10,000 from 10,000. In this case, CP is not given. MP is 10,000. selling price is 9,000. Okay, this is just the flip side of this question. So now, because CP is not given in percentage, as I spoke in the previous class, everything which is unknown is firstly supposed as 100x, because 100 goes well with percentage. So CP is 100x, MP is given 10,000, SP will be 150x. How come? Because we have profit of 50%. 50% percentage always happens on past value. So 50% happening on the past value, not future. 50% of past, 100x is 50x. So selling price is 100x plus 50x is 150x. SP is 9,000. From here we'll calculate x. X is 60. Now CP is equal to 100x. CP is equal to 100x, which is 100 into x. X is 60, 6,000. Now CP is found out, it is 6,000. Just like in this case, SP was found. In this case, CP is found 6,000. Now discount percent will be, what is asked? Discount. So discount upon MP into 100. Discount is, as we can clearly say, tagging was 10,000, but customer paid 9,000. So discount is 1,000 rupees lesser numerically, but percentage wise 1,000 lesser on 10,000 into 100 is 10%. So this was discount. So this is all about the basics of profit and loss. Okay.